Today, I want to tell you a story that most students here would find themselves in, probably the adults here too. So, story goes like this. I have a friend, very good one indeed, and he is also one of the millions, if not billions, AI user, like you. And in fact, he loved using it so much that he used it for the entirety of a semester. From the mocks, to the essays, to even the finals. He used AI for that whole semester. Now, you would think that the work distribution would be something like this, right? 50-50, or slightly like this. But funny enough, it's actually like this. Surprised? I don't think so. Now, there are two things that I see from this story. First and foremost, AI is insanely good, right? That man somehow, well, not necessarily somehow, because AI did the work for him, still managed to get A and A plus marks on all of his subjects. At this point, probably myself and you all here want to use AI for our learning, work. But a story would not be worth telling without a plot twist. So, what is it? Well, he got caught. The phone rang that night. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Hello there. This is Mr. K. Let's just call my friend K here. Yes, indeed, it is me. Hi, we're the board of the school, and we would like to announce to you that you have officially graduated high school for your outstanding performance last semester. Wait, actually? No, you are expelled for your use of AI. Now, why did he get caught? It's for a simple reason. His actual level, right? The level that he normally submits his work in, the type of work that he would produce, is nowhere near what was submitted last semester. The semester that is done entirely by AI. Now, but clearly, let me get it straight with you. AI is good, right? Imagine you had an unpaid 24/7 assistant who never complained, never asked for a raise, and did whatever you told it to. It's too good to be true, right? And at this point, with this good of an assistant, you would want to abuse it. And you probably already have one in your house, on your computer, and it's AI. But like the famous quote in Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. Today, I'm going to teach you how to ethically abuse AI. I'm going to teach you how to use this very good source of power at your own will and to benefit your own self. So let's quickly learn how things work. So AI is a ton of these if-else statements, right? Let's go, it's kind of simple, right? So if I want to turn this mic off, right? But then if I don't want it to turn off, it goes back on. It's as simple as that. But AI has a ton of these statements. In exact 175 billion parameters for the ChatGPT model. And there's a really fun correlation I find here is that this number is also identical to the number of neural networks inside the human brain, right? And why is that so? Well, AI is simply an attempt to recreate the human brain. But it's simply, right, a better us, an us that doesn't procrastinate, an us that does the work and is not lazy. But what if I tell you, you're not using AI to your fullest? You would probably not believe me, right? Like, it's written the essays for me, it's done the work for me, solved the math problems for me. What more do I need from it? Well, on an ethical scale, right? You're using it for the sake of being done. You're using it with simple prompts like answer this, solve that. Well, this might get you to the answer, but if you think about it, you would probably learn nothing after that process because the AI would just give you the answer and you would not know how to actually get to that answer. And also, the AI might produce work that is not at your level at all, just like my friend. So, let's call this guy the AI abuser. Now, he is also one of the AI users, probably like most of us here. But he uses it way smarter than us. He doesn't use it as a shortcut to something. He uses it as his creative partner. as someone he can use to think with instead of just straight up giving him the answer. Right? So he doesn't ask AI dumb questions like, what on earth is a TED Talk? Right? And he also doesn't paste a simple problem inside and give it a problem like solved, and then AI would give us, well, a very generic answer, and you would not know how to get to it. Right? Instead, he gave it the problem and gave it a way more specific prompt. Now, this prompt might not be the most impressive nor the most significant change, but you will see that the outcome is totally different. Take a look. Now, it might be a simple problem of 1 plus 1 equals what? But when you later on, you get to more difficult problems where you need to actually understand how to get it. Because imagine, right? You're out of Wi-Fi, or you're in an environment where there's no such thing called AI. Would you be able to solve this problem, right? So here my guy acknowledges the limitations and the uses of AI, and so that he asks it to explain step by step on how we can reach to the answer. So the first lesson here, use AI as an explainer, not your answer. All right, now, what if we want to create something instead of solving, right? Like if we want to generate like a fire song, or we want to create such documents or write books, right? It doesn't solve any problem. It's just generating something. So take my friend here. Again, it's him. But now he wants to create fire poem, right? And so he asked his best friend, AI, with his lazy brain, right? Ask it to write a fire poem. Now, this poem, take your time and read it, is indeed very fire. This thing is firing my ears to death. Now, why is that so? Why is it so bad? Because the AI has to guess, right? With that simple prompt, the AI has to guess, is fire really meaning the word fire? Or is it just a slang? Or how fire should fire be? How long should the poem be? What format should it be in, right? The AI is having to guess, and that leads to an outcome that most of us would not like. And so my friend is very unhappy with this. He's mad. His lazy brain is mad. So he has to update this brain to something better. Let's call this brain the lazy but not dumb brain. And let's see the difference in the brain. Now, you can clearly see how the prompt is way more specific and longer, right? It clearly shows the role, right? Student, poem writer. And then it shows that what the context, what you as a user would want the outcome to be, gives it the task and also gives it instructions to write the poem. This will help the AI actually understand what you want as a user for the outcome to be. And AI now knows what you want, and so it can produce work way more accurate, way more effective, and way faster. I want you to think of a tree, right? Would a tree with more roots and branches be stronger, or a tree with none be stronger? Answer is simple. The one with more roots and branches will be stronger. Now, I want you to think of these roots as the details you put inside your chat with the AI. Right? The more details you put in, the stronger, the better the outcome will be. Right? And there's also another fun correlation with tree. Think of the time you water the tree, right? The more you water the tree, the faster it grows, the better it is. And think of these watering sessions as the time you keep asking the AI, keep refining it, right? If it gives the first outcome and you're not really into that outcome, you can ask AI to keep improving with certain points and things that you want it to improve, right? So keep asking AI, right? And this can be used for any uses of the AI, right? The tree thing. It can be used for, like I said, generating poems, books, documents, and it can also be used for solving problems. So just think of this. Instead of using AI by just asking simple questions, try to be more specific with your prompts. Try to ask it deeper. Try to make it explain the problem, the steps through it, so that when you get the glimpse of it, and then after when you put into a non-AI environment, you can actually thrive in that environment. AI is endless. It very is endless. It's very powerful, right? Most teachers here, most adults here fear their children would abuse AI in the wrong way. And probably the students right now are. But I'm standing here to advocate for the fact that, like Sauhan has said, AI can really improve education and self-well-being. Right? If we use AI ethically, if we use it correctly, we can abuse this power into something way better and it will benefit us. So, are you going to use AI with the lazy but not dumb brain? Are you going to come back as that lazy person, the person that doesn't need any explanation and would fail in a non-AI environment, right? So, let me repeat this. You might get your work done with those simple prompts, but you probably would learn none. And that being said, please abuse AI ethically. Thank you.